Alright, that was boom. I was going to 5 numbers after the name. A little Wasteland Wednesday, a little murder game action over here. A little Hordepoint, not Hardpoint, Hordepoint. I really mess with this mode, man. Like, I'm really vibing with this Hordepoint mode. Like, it's pretty damn tight, man. I never thought that I really needed zombies in my multiplayer. Like, when I heard about the event, I was like, oh, that's cool. Didn't really need it, but I almost thought it was a little bit of a cop-out, too. I was like, that kind of sucks. They just want to, like, recycle some assets or whatnot. And then Infected came, and Infected. I think there's a good group of people that like Infected. Good for them. I'm not one of those guys, but I think it's fair that it's out there and it gives the ability of people to play it. And then I heard about Hordepoint, right? And I forget even the Relic one. That one to me seemed like a game of like almost like Gridiron or Blitz or something like that, but with like a zombie. I didn't really get that one. I haven't played it. I should try it just before I even say anything about it. But my initial reaction is, nah, that one's not for me. Now Hordepoint though, when I heard about that, I was like, alright, so Hordepoint with zombies, and I think like kind of what they said in the trailer when like the advertisement for it was like, hey, are you gonna kill the enemy? Or are you gonna kill the zombies? Your choice. And I was like, all right, word. And it's cool, man. There's only one negative I have about it. There's only one negative I have about the whole mode, and that's the spawns. So you still spawn perfectly fine. Your enemies still spawn perfectly. That part's fine. They've mastered that. But where the zombies spawn, sometimes they just spawn in the hard point on you. So I'm in the circle right over here, and all of a sudden, like, I'll just see this red thing kind of coming from under me, and there's just zombies there. That's not that cool. Like, I prefer to at least be able to see them and have them come at me, and then it's up to me to, like, react and actually do something about it. That feels a little more fair than just having them spawn, like, right on me. I'm not a big fan. Like, I prefer, like, if, like, you know, the hard point is in that circle, for example, let them spawn in the middle, like where B normally is, and let the horde kind of come at me. And that's cool. Let me react to that. But having me be in that circle and then having them just spawn like right under me to the point where like I can't do anything about it, that's not as fun anymore. I'm not really vibing on that. So if there's one little thing I'd want to change from Hordepoint is the spawnage of the zombies. Like I'm not really vibing with it. I think it's just kind of cheap sometimes. Like you're killing it, you're doing it very well, and then just zombies come from under you. I've never been a big fan of zombies, by the way, just spawning like out of the earth. Like that's not something I've been a fan of. I think it's kind of standard now in these games, and I've always been a big fan of my zombies coming out of the walls. I understand the multiplayer, you can't do that. It's not like built that way. But I prefer to see the horde kind of coming at me and just give me an opportunity to at least fight them. And kind of put them on the like I'd say put them in the middle, put the opposite side, but have them always kind of going more toward the hard point area. That I do agree with, to kind of make that fight happen over there. The other thing that I do enjoy, because I've kicked ass with it, but I don't really know necessarily why it's in there if we need it, is the Tesla gun. What? Like what? So basically now in this mode there's like a gun that is kind of just on the ground. And to me it spawns randomly. I don't really know if there is a rhyme or reason to it. There might be. If there is, let me know. But it kind of spawns randomly and you can kind of pick up X and hold it. That's what we saw over there before, the Tesla gun. No, what? Like why do we need it? Now, I picked it up and put some serious murder game with it, so I'm kind of cool with it. I ain't really necessarily too angry about it, but I don't feel like we need it necessarily. Like I think the cool thing about this is it's just zombies in multiplayer, not zombies and like zombie power-ups in multiplayer. Like I don't know. I could do without that, but I don't. I'm also not like completely against it or whatnot. To me, the spawnage of where the zombies kind of spawn in is a little bit worse than the Tesla gun kind of thing. But the Tesla gun is like stupid strong, by the way. Like you could like just aim between. There's a shot. I don't think it's in this game. I think I did it on the boatman, the USS Texas, where there was like 3 guys. And they're all kind of like about 10 feet from each other, and I kind of shot almost like what the middle of that triangle would be, and I killed all 3 of them. Like it's just stupid, like where that electric current kind of goes. I do believe it does cause some splash damage, so if you use it up close, like I did a little bit earlier in this video, you gotta get clamped by it. That's fair. Like that's a good limitation to have on it. But aside from that, I think it's a little bit OP and maybe unnecessary in this mode. I assume this mode, the KD counts towards it too. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the KD doesn't. Or maybe just the KD on human, like the zombies don't matter. It's crazy, by the way, how many zombies you could kill in this, man. I think I end up, maybe this game, I end up with like 90-something zombie kills. Or, there's been games, though, where I've ended up with like 94, 95. I haven't cracked 100 yet. like 94, 95 like zombie kills, and you know we're playing hardcore. Like we're trying to win. Like I'm not really trying to like stall this out in any way. Like I'm not just trying to make the game longer than it needs to be. I'm trying to win as quick as possible. But there's just a ton of zombies. Also the fire use. I had this challenge. I was like get kills with fire, and I basically just put the fire thing on my shotgun. That's it, because that's the only real effective use of fire I have. And even then I hated it because I'd rather have my shotgun without it. Yeah, I got those like 20 kills in like 2 games of this hard point. Like fire is all over the place. They kind of pick your streaks for you, which is I don't know. I guess it's okay. I guess it's all right. It's a little bit difficult because you kind of have to. If you don't, what's gonna happen is that like you get a lot of points in this game just from killing like zombies. Like I think it's like 10 or 15, or if you kill them like around the hard point, like you're in the hard point, it's like 25 or something like that. Like, you're just going to get a ton of points. You see me cycling through streaks pretty quickly here because there's just a ton of points that you keep accumulating. And even like a Molotov cocktail, which to me is a pretty trash kill streak. And there was a game, the first game I played here, I got it. And there was a dude who wasn't moving on the other team, and I threw the Molotov at him, and I missed him. And I was like, yo, I was like, this is so sad. Whenever you can't hit something that's not moving in a Call of Duty game, that's not a good look. It's just not a good look. It's not a good weapon, or you're just not a good player. Something's going on there. When you can't hit static objects, nah, man. That's not cool, man. Like, static objects should be like an automatic in this game, not like a difficulty, you know? But I do understand. Like, you can't have, like, guys getting, you know, the big streak, like paratroopers or something like that. I guess you can't even have paratroopers. There's already so much going on over here. It's probably also the only mode I've ever played in a Call of Duty game where I've seen the frame rates drop. Like the game can't handle everything that's going on, and that was cool. Like I honestly, I'd rather run like a smooth 60, always, period, no matter what. But it was cool to kind of get that feeling of like, yo, there's so much going on. Like, this is crazy. It's reminiscent. Let me use an example. It's reminiscent of back in like the SNES days when like you be playing a game, there's so much stuff on screen that there's like slowdown, and it almost makes you feel kind of powerful. You're like, yo, like I'm like breaking the game. Like the game can't handle how much is happening, man. It had happen. I remember in Mega Man X a couple times where there's so much stuff and armored. I remember exactly where it is, man. Armored Armadillo stage over there at the end when you're on that little minecart thing and all those enemies are coming down. You go mad fast, and then you end up having to slow down. Well, you have slowdown that slows like kind of what's happening on the screen, but you're still kind of moving. And it's just like, although the stuff on the screen is going slower, you actually feel faster because like you're like, yo, I'm going so fast, I'm causing so much stuff on the SNES that it can't handle it. Well, I felt something similar at some points over here. It's like, yo, I'm lighting so many of these zombies and people on fire that I just can't handle it, man. Like, this is crazy. Having said that, doesn't work that well in an online multiplayer game, but still entertaining nonetheless, man. So, bottom line, if you haven't given Hordepoint a chance, I would definitely recommend it. It's fun, it's entertaining. It's not anything that's going to be like game changer. It's not going to be the best mode ever on Earth. It'll probably disappear once this event's kind of over, too. But I would like to keep it around. If I would keep any of the 3, and I haven't played the Relic one, so once again, it might be amazing, but I don't think it's for me. I'll definitely keep Hordepoint. I think it's a funner. I think it adds more variety. I think it's the craziest out of all of them, because it's Hardpoint, which is a mode that everybody kind of likes in Call of Duty, plus zombies. Like it's not too difficult to understand why Hordepoint is entertaining and why it's like right up there. It's like, yo, man, we got this really fun mode, and we added a bunch of zombies over here. Figure it out. Kill the zombies, kill the people. We had one instance, man, in this, I don't know if it was in this game or a previous one, where we mowed down, like, I don't know, 10, 15 zombies, and then a dude just came through and just popped us because we were reloading. That was fun, man. Your boy Marcos.